Find such instruments and you listen to those tones, and as you hear them, they do something immediately to you. I'm like, wow, it's magic. So they lived in magic. So it became important then for us to bring this back. The world is sick. Perhaps if this was healing for them, perhaps it's healing for us. So that's what we're trying to do as ethnomusicologists, reconnect ourselves to our past. I picked up the power, the spiritual power it carries that has healing capabilities. So how I got exposed to them, I became a sound engineer first, like a producer of electronic music. But when I felt that we sound all the same as producers from all over the world, how can I differentiate myself? Perhaps let me find a different source of sound, because all of us would sample from jazz to blues. That's why our music would sound the same. And when I thought of finding a different soundscape, a documentary on TV was playing, and all of a sudden I hear a sound going, I'm like, wow, I think that's what I'm looking for. And they didn't even show the instrument on the TV, but I could only hear the sound. I'm like, I think that's what I need. Let me research what instrument is that, because I thought I knew all instruments that are there in the world already. And I researched for a whole year, only when a friend of mine, Sakelo Moneshe, comes and is like, you must visit me in Alice, and I want to take you to the music school there in Frontier. I want to show you something. And it takes me into this room, and then I see these balls around the wall like this. I realized, but I think that's where the sound comes from, and I think it's that instrument, and I was right. So at that moment I decided I'm gonna go back the following year to study ball music at Frontier. It started there. Then I remember siyafunda ke sifunde ngomadosini, sifunde ngengqoko women ensemble, which are the women actually that the anthropologists that came baye bafumana the whole information from those ladies. Uma Munofinishi was the leader and then collected the rest from one village, and they could actually express all musical techniques that the Xhosa nation have in one village. So they helped these anthropologists to write a book about how the techniques of Xhosa music and stuff like that, which is what I studied when I went to Frontier. So I remember coming out of school, we're in Cape Town playing on stage with Matosini. I'm like, wow, my life is really interesting, because I just studied about her and I'm with her on stage. And as we are rehearsing, a lady barges in the rehearsal space and says, sorry, I'm looking for the manager of the place. And then we direct her to the office. 10 minutes later, she comes back, blushing, and we're like, okay, what did we do? And she's trying to explain to Matosini, and Matosini is like, hey, Mantwana Mama Nsivi, Slungu, Tim Lomlungu. And then we have to explain. This lady is telling her, Mama, I was sick and was dying. And I was in Europe. The doctors, they used Western medicine and they failed. I was just dying. So I decided, with the rest of the money I have, let me go to South America to traditional healers there. So she found this shaman. And then this shaman tried to heal her. And now as she tells the story, what the shaman told her, that, I worked with you, and what I discovered is that the vital signs are not moving up at all. They are constantly dropping. And this guy was thinking, okay, what else can I add on top of what I'm doing? Music. And Matt was in the CD, was just there. And he takes the CD and plays it in the background, and the lady was healed.